Well, I've just got off a press briefing with the Metropolitan Police. It's actually still ongoing, but I can tell you that he was arrested before 11 a.m. this morning in the Northolt area of West London. Police say that he was riding a push bike along the canal towpath when he was intercepted by a plainclothes officer. They say that he's cooperating fully with police. He's now being held in a police station in West London. They said too that they wanted to thank the public because it was actually a series of tip-offs in the early hours of this morning in Richmond that led them to focus their search on this area and eventually led them to him. And of course, one of the ironies of all of this is we're not very far from where he initially escaped from. It was an incredibly sophisticated escape, but despite that, he still didn't manage to get very far. His prison break and the subsequent manhunt was something like a Hollywood film, even if leafy West London suburbs make for an unlikely set. There was the food lorry, the escape vehicle whose underside he clung to dressed as a chef, jumping off just before it was stopped by police. The public appeals, photos of his clothing, a £20,000 reward for information leading to his arrest. Heat-seeking scanners too and helicopters scouring this park in Richmond, with sightings in Kew and Chiswick overnight and into this morning. Daniel Khalife was arrested just before 11 a.m. The 21-year-old soldier had been awaiting trial here at HMP Wandsworth after being discharged from the army. His was a regiment involved in sensitive communications, and he'd been charged with trying to pass information, it's believed, to Iran, as well as leaving hoax bomb devices outside his military base. Alleged crimes that fall under the Official Secrets and Terrorism Acts. He told the court he would plead not guilty to all charges. The Prime Minister was interrupted at the G20 summit in Delhi to be told the news.
It's good news that we've recaptured the person concerned. As people already know, the Justice Secretary has initiated an inquiry into the circumstances of his escape, and that work will continue. But this is obviously very welcome news, and again, my thanks to the police, but also to the public for their help.
Daniel Khalife went missing from HMP Wandsworth just after 7 a.m. on Wednesday, sparking an extensive manhunt. He was then spotted at this roundabout in Wandsworth, walking away from the van. Presumably it was here that he jumped off. He was later spotted 6 miles away in Chiswick before his arrest. The focus for police and government is now on how he escaped, with Labour criticising the Ministry of Justice's record on prisons.
Well, we've had 13 years of mismanagement of the criminal justice system by the Conservative Party, and the fact that this situation was even allowed to happen in the first place is a national embarrassment. And so the government does have to urgently get a grip, tell us whether the prison estate is secure.
Tonight, Daniel Khalife faces questioning in custody, with police desperate to find out exactly how he managed to escape. It's an escape, though, that raises questions not just about HMP Wandsworth, but the wider prison system too.